Hello, Coaching the Brave community. I have taken the whole month of Hispanic Heritage Month off. Now, I was continuing to coach and I was continuing to post, but with the podcast, I took a break. And I hope you guys took a break too. There's some things that it's nice to take breaks. And I also did a promotion, right? The whole month of September, if you remember, I had you subscribe to my podcast. I had you share with 3 people and then tell me that you shared, as well as you had a bonus if you left a review on Apple iTunes. So you can still do that. There's no time limit to do that. However, the time limit for the gift cards has passed. So unfortunately, nobody messaged me. So I can't do the giveaway. I will possibly do another one in December. We will see. But keep your eyes peeled and leave your reviews and share, because the reason why I started this podcast was to lower the statistic of suicide rates and domestic violence and stuck souls feeling like they can't do what they want to do, and spouses who feel like they're following their active or veteran around and that they don't have a life of their own. And that is absolutely not true. And that is why I started this podcast. So let's do this together. Let's make this an action, right? That we share the positives with each other and that we celebrate the wins and we minimize that number, because there is a statistic and a stigma in the military that it's so negative, and I want to be able to reverse that, because my experience isn't negative. And just because I look on the bright side of things doesn't mean that you can't. Okay, so it's just a conditioning that we have that possibly things have been in our way, and yes, it's more negative than positive. So in order to reverse that, you have to do the mind work. You have to do the work. You have to make the change and decide today that you're going to have a more positive outlook on life. Okay? That's the only way that your life is going to change, because nobody can do that for you. Whether we want to place the blame on someone else, it's not someone else, it is you. So I'm here to help you realize that you have to take responsibility for yourself, and it is time now. Let's make that change. Let's be a more positive military, family, community. All right? Let's do it. It doesn't always have to be a struggle. So, struggles do happen, yes, but the stronger we are in the positive, the more we're going to be able to handle those negatives that come about, that just spring out of nowhere. I hope that makes sense in a way. It will make more sense as time goes by, just because positivity has a way of just outshining a lot of negatives that are really, and really, they're not much, they don't have much substance to grab onto anyway. So if you just kind of look at the illusion, right? Have you seen those illusion books? You have to look really close, or at least concentrate on the picture itself to really focus on that outer lying image. But if you just take that situation from your life and back away from it a little bit more, you'll see a bigger picture, you'll see a bigger perspective and more opportunities. Okay, I promise you. All right. So, this episode that we have today is so near and dear to my heart, because this is the reason why I started the podcast to begin with. For you not to feel stuck. For you, those of you who have a dream, who feel like they have a gift that they want to share with the world, or at least with your community, that you get to do that, because you have the resources, you have the bandwidth, and you have everything that you need at your disposal to make that stuff happen. So, this couple is a couple that half of the couple was born in Sicily. The other half what came to Sicily as a active duty Navy, and they met there and they started their life, and they since moved to Oklahoma, where they had this crazy idea to start a mobile station, which is phenomenal. I want you to hear this podcast for sure. It's their way of saying it is it's the DoorDash of fitness. So they are revolutionizing the way that you fitness, that you get fit and you stay healthy. And there's more to it than just staying healthy and fit. It's also about new moms who are struggling with anxiety and depression postpartum, and how to help your body heal from childbirth and all of the hormones that go along with it. So I'm very excited to share with you this podcast. So I hope you really enjoy. Have a good one. Right. Thank you so much, Giulia and Noel, for coming on to the podcast today. I really appreciate it. Your time. How are you guys doing?
We're doing great. Thank you so much for having us and for just being interested in my crazy business.
Absolutely. It's an honor, honestly, especially to have, sorry, the ice cream man's coming by.
We have ice cream man, we have UPS driver, we get it.
Kids still in vacation and
Yep.
but yeah, thank you. I saw your what you do, and your military spouse that is that has this dream and went for it and is going for it now. So I really want to get to know how you got to that point. But before then, that way we have some relatability. I'd love to ask how you guys, like, what got you into joining the military, and were you both active and now one of you is?
Well, no, it's just me. That's
Okay.
active duty.
Okay.
Julia came up in a military background. Her dad actually, coincidentally, did the same job that I had, which is military police. So this is kind of a coincidence on that one, but uh, but yeah, I'll be honest with you. I joined the military. I got laid off. I was basically a recession recruit, is what we call them. I got laid off in 2009, and then was struggling finding a job. I have a military background. My grandfather was Army, and so was my dad. So my dad was the one that kind of gave me the idea. I was older. I was 26, when I got laid off, and I was just like, struggling to try to find something. Recession was really bad, especially where I'm from in California. So, he ended up talking to me. We had a long discussion about it, and I ended up going with the Navy. At first, I was going to do Army because that's what I was just used to growing up, and then he kind of in his own way was like, hey, you might want to look into other branches. Don't just narrow down into one. And I ended up trying out Navy, and then here we are, 13 years later.
Wow.
Yeah.
Navy, military police.
Oh, yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Gosh. And how has it treated you so far since the recession?
It's been good. It's just like anything else, even with a civilian job, right? It's just ups and downs. Obviously, we have different factors that people in the civilian world don't have to worry about. A lot of times they just see, and you know how it is, they see us, hanging out or working or in the military, and they're like, oh, you guys, that looks easy, you know what I mean? But they don't understand the struggles of, PCSing and how stressed out that can be, not just for the military member, for the spouse, for the families, everybody has to pick up and move on to somewhere else. And you build those relationships, and no matter where you go, generally, and then 2 or 3 years later, you're leaving those relationships, and having to build more. So there's definitely a lot more struggles than the outsider looking in knows about. But it's been good overall, especially since I was able to meet her.
Oh, that's so great! And how did you both meet?
We met. We met because he was military police, so he was the one checking IDs to get into base. So I would come in, and he would kind of hit on me and stuff.
Professionally, though. Professionally hit on her.
And I was still going to like college and school there. So we were actually in Sicily when we met, Italy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where she's originally from. So
yeah, that's where I was born. So we met there, and Then we moved to Key West together, did that, and then we were able to get Sicily again. So we were in Sigonella again.
Yeah.
And then now we're in Oklahoma, and the rest is history, I guess.
Yeah, the rest is history. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my goodness. So 2 tours for him. And then for you as a military child, you were born there and then you were raised there.
Pretty much. My dad got really lucky because he was there for a really long time. He was able to extend. And then we lived in Ohio for a little while because he was able to get like a recruiting job for the Navy. But for the majority, we were able to be raised by my other side of the family, my mom's side, which is Sicilian. And so we were by family most of the time. So
that's so lucky. Not
Yeah.
a lot of people could say that.
Exactly.
No, we got really, like, he really tried his hardest to keep us in Sicily for as long as he could, and then worked DODS when he got out, DOD, and we just got really lucky. And I still think that I got the best of both worlds because I could kind of pick and choose and leave when I wanted to and come back.
Yeah.
And so I had the pros of being in Europe, and then when I got tired of it, I could be like, well, I want to go back to the States and then do the same thing. So it was fun.
That's awesome. And so do you speak the language too?
I do. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, of course.
Awesome.
Yeah.
When I get mad, I really speak
Yeah.
it.
Yes, you really speak it. Yep. me and my son know those words very well.
All of a sudden, they know Italian.
Yeah.
Oh man. And how old is your son?
He's
6.
6.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah, we have an 8-year-old and a 9, almost 10-year-old.
Oh wow, nice.
Yes, they keep you busy.
Yeah.
Super.
Yep.
So was there any type of struggles after you guys got married within the military that you kind of learned off of or kind of transitioned from?
I think for me, having already been raised in a military household and then being now this person that is in charge of the moving and the things that comes with it and the paperwork, and you have to split what you do as a spouse. I'm no longer the child that just gets to tag along. I think that was really, it was a struggle for me. I was always like, okay, next duty station, get the divorce paper and let's sign, and I'm done. I'm not doing this. It was like, why am I doing this? I've done it all my life. Even though we were in Sicily, we moved houses a lot. And I was like, this is really hard. And then you have to leave family members that you miss all the time.
Yeah.
And, it was a lot, and it definitely put a lot of pressure on our marriage a few times,
Yeah. And in a way, I think on the flip side, I think it's also helped because,
on the flip side.
on the flip side of it, because like I'll hear certain complaints from the guys I work with, with their relationship because their wives or their significant others might not understand the struggle, and especially if they're newlyweds or like they're basically bringing that their significant other from the civilian world to the military world, and they're like, oh wow, this is not what I was expecting. So with her, she didn't necessarily get that whole knee-jerk reaction that most spouses get because she's already been through it. She knew the struggles. She knew, with her dad being a military police, she knew what he had to go through at work. The same thing I have to go through, the hours, the training days. Yeah. So on the flip side, while, I get the one side, the other side is that she has been understanding to a lot of the ins and outs that somebody might not know if they weren't in any way attached to the military. So
yeah, exactly. I can kind of relate to that too. I'm also a military. I was called a military brat when I was little. I don't know about
right.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah.
Yes.
So I get that too. I was able to transition a lot easier than a lot of my friends, a lot of the spouses that I know.
Yeah.
But
the
still hard
because
then it's on you.
Yeah.
Still doesn't mean that it's fun. And sometimes I'm like, this is a crazy lifestyle that we chose.
Right.
Why did we do this?
Man.
Right.
Yeah. But we're here.
Yeah, that's amazing how you were able to tell me about, if that's okay with you, how you were able to pull back from that the D word, the big divorce, and how was that able to recover if it has?
It takes a lot of, as my grandmother would say, you have to look at the big things that make up a person and are they worth your time, because there's going to be a lot of little things that try to kind of get in the way. And especially with this type of lifestyle we live, and we're just, he may get orders where I don't want to really be at that place, or like it feels sometimes like you're getting pushed in different directions. And as an adult, you're like, I'm tired of that. I want to decide what I want to do and how I want to live. And sometimes I felt like I didn't sign that dotted line. I signed a different one. And so I had to realize that it came with the package, and once I realized that and really came to terms with that, it really helped to be a little bit more understanding of the situation. And
yeah.
That's so true, that perspective. I love that, because you're right. We come into it thinking one thing, and then we get that whole different avenue of this is really what it is. And
Yep.
it doesn't, you can't really change it once you're in it unless it is like out completely. So,
Right.
yeah, you either accept it or you're always going to have a problem.
Yeah.
You have to make duty stations the best that you can. You
Yeah.
have to turn these homes or these houses into a home, and that's on you. And definitely a lot of, just communicating, trying to figure out how we both need to be communicated, to get through to each other. A little bit of couples therapy, never hurt anybody. Somebody to get in and really kind of sit us down at times. That definitely helps. So
sure.
Well, thank you so much, both of you, for being so open and honest about that. That's really helpful, I know, for a lot of other military spouses that are going through the thick of it right now. And that's another reason why we created this podcast, was so that way they could hear other stories and hear that, flip side and that silver lining on what have you done together as that teamwork to help you grow and help you see that. So what is something that has helped you guys grow in that?
For me, I think is mainly just I do love the teamwork aspect. You know what I mean? With me and her, anytime I'm usually like lacking in something, she tries to pick me up in that aspect. And same with her. If I feel like she's lacking in this side, or she's struggling a little bit, let me go ahead and carry that extra weight. So I think that has definitely kept us going a lot, for sure.
Yeah, I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Very cool. And now
I think.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry. Just to add on to that, I think that we sometimes get in our heads that we don't want to ask for help, or especially like in this situation, I've been so used to doing things alone, and he's got so much on his plate already. And, the hours, like we were saying, they're so long, and sometimes I don't want to ask for help. So I've had to learn to really, say what I need. Like I need to say it. And I just would have the hardest time saying those things. Like he could read my mind. And then you realize they don't know how to read minds,
Yeah.
So I've had to learn.
Yeah, very black and white. I'm very black and white. So I told her, hey, if you need help with something, tell me. I can't read your mind. I don't, unfortunately, I don't have that intuition. You know what I mean? So it's like, but if you let me know, I got your back 100%. So.
Oh, see, that communication right there, hands down. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
How many times I said that? I don't know how many times to my husband. I'm like, man, I thought you could read my mind. He's like, nope, I can't.
Nope. Yep.
Did you know that dishes need to be like put in the dishwasher? Do I have to really tell you? But I do. Yes.
And I got it.
Yeah. Julie, you said that when you were in Sicily, when you met Noel.
Yeah. Yep.
You were going to school. What were you going to school for?
Something totally different that I ended up actually doing.
Story of our lives, right?
Yeah, I had no idea what I wanted to do or what I wanted to be at that time. I actually, funny story, I was talking to my dad today, who reminded me, I even had a little cafe that I was running at one point on base, and I forgot all of it. Not that I forgot, but it was just such a short time. It was a year, and I was so lost. I knew I wanted to do something. I didn't know what. I even went to out there. It was more like just makeup school. I did that for 8 months, and the school I just did general studies, and they have campuses on base, so I was just attending classes there. But I was so lost. I was lost.
Yeah, I get it. I get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't know what I wanted to do till I was like 30 something. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah. That's the same. I was like, I told my mom, please help me out. I really want to go to this school. It's for makeup. I love this. I even won a trip to Milan.
Yeah.
And then I was sitting there and I realized like the passion that those girls had for makeup was the same passion I had for fitness. And I realized I was kind of in the wrong place. So
So how did that transition happen with your
I was actually, he introduced me to working out. He was always in the gym in the beginning, and I would get jealous because I would be like, why are you always in the gym? Is there a girl? Like, I was like 19 years old, so I'm thinking like, why is this dude always in the gym? And it became one of those things where it was like, you know what? I'm just gonna have to check it out for myself and make sure he's not out there doing whatever.
Oh, boy.
So that's how it started, if I have to be honest.
There you go.
Yeah.
And we women are the most strong when it comes to defending what is ours, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So I get it.
He said, oh, yeah.
Oh,
Yep.
Yeah, she ended up joining me, and we were working out together. It's funny because it's kind of flipped a little bit now. It was like she would come in, and I would teach her how to do different workouts and stuff like that. And that was in Sigonella in Sicily. And then she gradually was, getting more and more into it, and just as into it as me, if not more. Even through the pregnancy, she was still, working out in a healthy way and everything, and making sure she was still healthy. And now, then gradually again, more and more, she kept studying, and then she got her certifications and stuff, and and then now, I'll be in the gym, sometimes asking her tips on different things, or I'll be at home, hey, how do I do this particular workout, or you know what I mean? So it's just kind of funny how the tables have kind of turned, throughout the years. So
that's amazing.
Yeah, because she used to just want to look cute on the elliptical back in the day. So so now she's really getting after it though. So.
I used to want to just be cute.
That is awesome.
Yeah.
That is so great. And so how has that what were those steps that you took to get to where you are now, where you are a traveling fitness family? You guys travel to other places. Tell me about that.
Oh yeah. Go ahead.
It started because in Sicily, when we went back, we were in the middle of lockdown. And the gyms weren't open. And, in Sicily, a lot of the elderly live really close by to their other family members. So it was really serious over there. They really took it seriously. I mean, not saying that they didn't hear, but it was lockdown.
Oh, yeah.
And the gyms were closed for so long. So I had to come up with something to do. And I started doing at-home sessions on at the base housing. And that's when I realized that a lot of people hate being in the gym, because when they reopened, they would tell me, can we continue doing house calls? And I'm like, no, because I was lugging things in my sedan. And I'm like, no, we have a gym, we have equipment, let's use it, And then his crazy behind one day just came inside, rushing in the kitchen. He said, I saw something really awesome on Pinterest. And it was a different format of what we do. It was like a trailer that opens up and had equipment that you can pull out.
Yeah.
And from there, we were like, well, why don't we create something that can be used inside and outside? So if it rains or if it's hot, people can still work out.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where it started.
Yeah.
So.
Oh my gosh, that is so awesome.
Thank you.
Teamwork and that just the creativity of just curiosity and just figuring out what could be better, what could happen in those situations together. You guys came up with that? Wow. I mean, kudos on you guys. That's amazing.
Thank you.
We're a little crazy, I think,
Yeah,
sometimes,
we're a
but
little, yeah, we're sickos. But
It works
it
though,
works.
right? It
Yeah.
works. Yes,
Yeah.
it does. And how
Because
is that? Go ahead.
oh no, I was just gonna say, like, kind of piggybacking on that one, even like throughout the years, like she would bring stuff to me and I'm like, okay, well, I don't think that would really fit our lifestyle, or and then I would bring ideas to her as far as like a gym and stuff at a location, and it's just like, yeah, it just doesn't make sense for our lifestyle. And I was so excited when I kind of thought about it and discovered it, because I was like, man, this should be perfect for our lifestyle. You know what I mean? That's why I was so excited. I was just like, throughout the years, being like, no, that doesn't work. That doesn't work. That won't work. I just felt like, oh man, this would be the perfect thing. And she was on board. And like I said, we just ran with it at that point. So,
Oh my gosh, yeah. And
yeah.
can you illustrate, because I don't do the I can put up a picture, but can you illustrate for our listeners what exactly it is that you guys came up with?
Go ahead,
So basically it's a old budget truck. I will be honest. It was a box truck that we converted into a mini gym that has equipment in there. So we have a cable machine, squat rack, free weights, anything AC heat, anything that you would need to get a good sweat session in. And then it has hookups on the outside. So TRX and battle ropes could be hooked up. So we can do things on the outside like boot camps or one-on-ones on the inside. So like here it's been 108 degrees. So we can be inside that truck and, we pull up to somebody's driveway, we work out, and, that's it. We're done. So
wow.
exciting.
And you have advertising right there too.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly.
This truck
Yep.
is awesome. It's like black and
Yes.
white. It's black,
I'm
white,
looking at it right now.
and red. It's on point. It's
Thank
so
you.
cool.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
There might be other people listening, some people that, and I have this vision for you. If it's okay that I share this, I don't know
Absolutely.
if that's something that you've been thinking about, but I could see this going to so many places, right? Especially in the military. So I'm curious if you guys have ever thought about licensing and, doing like a franchise with other people, other trainers.
Yeah.
Like
we were actually just looking into that. Excuse me. Because ultimately this is the perfect thing, especially if a trainer, let's be real here. I've been a trainer and I've dealt with the fees that the gym gives you. And a lot of times the trainers are getting ripped off and the customer doesn't realize that they're getting ripped off. They think they're giving you all that money. And it's like, no, you're not. But I am putting in all the work.
Yeah.
And this is a great way, I feel like, too, that other trainers could kind of have their own thing. And, what's funny about us, we had to really come up with the right size. We don't want to be too big to where you can't park in somebody's driveway. We don't want to be too small where we can't fit the right things. We had to really be so precise, like with every piece of equipment, every little placement. And our person that built this truck for us, they were like looking at us like, are you guys crazy? What are we putting in the truck? So I would love to have franchise, some type of franchise opportunity where we can now explain to people this is how you would do it, because we didn't have that at the time.
Yeah, no blueprint.
No blueprint. Yeah. We came up with it alone. We were literally just drawing things on pads and we would send it over to our contractor and she would just be like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, they had to customize a couple of the things in there, like our pull down machine or cable machine had to be customized because that didn't fit, you know what I mean? So there's like Giulia was saying, there was just so many things that we were like up all night, like racking our brains in the garage, measuring out, okay, well, if we get this size box truck, will this fit, will that fit? And it's just sleepless nights. But, like I said, it was hard because we didn't have a blueprint like Giulia was saying, but we got it, and
well, there's more things that we'd like to do.
Yeah, definitely.
But maybe before we franchise. But ultimately, that would be the end goal, is to provide the service to as many places as we can.
Exactly.
So. That is awesome. That is so inspirational. I love hearing these types of stories.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes. Don't get me started because I will cry.
She will cry. She's a cry.
But you deserve it, though. You deserve it.
I've just been on this go, 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 go since we've opened. So any minute I have a second to really understand that we did it, and we didn't tell anybody really about it. We just wanted to make sure that we could do this because, we didn't have a guide. And once we did it, then we started sharing it with other people and stuff. So I sometimes don't even realize that we did it.
Yeah, and that's also a struggle in itself, in the sense of, if we call a park or something, we're saying, hey, this is what we're trying to do. Can we go ahead and pull our truck up? They have no idea what the heck we're talking about, because there's nobody else that does it out here. So they're just like, give us a couple of days to look you up and see what you're talking about. You know what I mean? And they'll call us back like, okay, no, that's all, so it's like, they need to look at it first, because they're like, I honestly, the dude just told me the other day, I have no idea what you're talking about. Let me look you up and then I'll call you back. So, it works out. But at first it's hard to sell because people just don't understand until they see it. So,
right.
Yeah.
Oh man, but it's a spectacle, and it's an achievement, and it's something that's so tangible that once you do see it, it's like, wow, that's amazing. And I haven't even seen it in person, but just your pictures are amazing. Your photos, your videos too. They're so captivating. Yeah, like I want to go work out with you guys.
Let's do it.
I know you're in this. If you were here, you and I could definitely partner up, because I love the holistic side, and I'm all about how we can kind of we are the front people, that we have to teach people that sometimes the healthcare system is not out there to really, really help you. They're just trying to band-aid certain things and, send you on your way. And it's like, you have to take care of your own health, and it's in your hands. And I wish more people understood that, but that's ultimately, I think, our life goal is helping people understand that, and helping, for me too, one of the things I learned is helping women understand their pelvic health, to take that into being more of an important thing to do. Like postpartum, I was sent off my way, and I realized like there were so many things that I did wrong, and I just didn't have the knowledge. So that's another thing that I just push for constantly with my business, is how we can fix that for women. So
for sure.
Absolutely. I totally see that. Anything I could do for you guys, to share it, that'd be great. And then, if there was anything that you have thought about, or that came up for you, that's something empowering that you'd like to share with the audience, what would that be?
Empowering, I would say that you're gonna have struggles. You are. And especially if you're in the military like us, you have a lot of things. And I think a lot of times there's different people that will get in your head and tell you that you can't do something, or you're just too bold, because they want to kind of mold you. And you have to shut that down. Like, you just can't listen to that. And you have to just keep pushing for what you believe is right for you and your future. And I think there's struggles. It hasn't been easy. We've had to learn how to now work together. It's never easy, but if you can do something that betters you and your family, like, do it.
I agree.
Just do it.
Keep pushing. Yeah.
Yes.
Sure.
Keep pushing. I love it. Thank you both so much. Where can people find you?
Everywhere right now. Now we're on Facebook. We're on Instagram. It's gonna be TriFit Mobile Gym. Our website is gonna be trifitmobilegym.com. But yeah, most of the platforms, the social media platforms are on. Instagram, Facebook, and like I said, you can check out our website at trifitmobilegym.com. So we'll have videos on there and
their driveways too.
Yeah, you'll find us in their driveways too, for sure. Yeah, and your local park we'll be there too.
That is awesome. Yes, I'll have all that down in the show notes as well for you guys.
Okay. Awesome. Perfect.
Thankful for both of you.
No, thank you.
Thank you. I mean, this is such an amazing opportunity for us to be able to share our story and really hear from our side, and why we do the things that we do, and what started this. I think a lot of times people don't understand that we are a family. It's a family-owned business. We're not trying to you know, it's not a sales thing. This is a family that you join with us. This is important to us. It's our name. It's
Right.
you know, even just the name itself of the business, everything has been like
The
really
logo.
thought, you know, it's been something that we really thought about, and
Yeah.
it's important to us. And when you join us, you're important to us.
Right.
So
Yeah, even down to the logo. I mean, we got that basically from the Sicilian flag, you know. So yeah, everything is, like she said, is thought through. We're not just throwing things out there. You know, we're really passionate about this, and we're really passionate about helping people because we know the struggle. So yeah.
And anyone who is listening right now has that as well, that intention and that feeling of family and just comfort. And we've got you. That's what I sense from both of you. And I
For
thank you
sure.
for that too.
Thank you.
oh, thank you
Appreciate
so
that.
much. Yes, we do got you. Like
Yeah.
we just want people to become the best version of themselves, you know,
Yep.
and that's our way we can help. There's other ways that you can do it, and I see amazing things, but that was our way. We found our way. I feel
Yep.
that we can be helpful. So
Oh, that's great. Yeah. All right. What an amazing conversation. We had so much fun, and I hope you enjoyed the video as well as the audio. Um, I have two promotions going on right now. As you all know, the cleanse is monthly. We continue to do the cleanse because so many of us need to reset our endocrine system, which is always working for us in the good because let's face it, we are active people, active beings. We're always on a routine. We're always undergoing stress, whether it's chronic or whether it's low impact or low stress. There's always some type of stress, and that's a good thing, or else we wouldn't be alive, right? So the monthly cleanse is still going on. You can sign up for November on my website, well, on my link tree, and message me about it also. Then I have this new one, and this I have a partner with me that she is an RN, and we're just super excited about this because not only have we beta tested it on ourselves, but we have also opened it up to the community just this October, and we're just stoked about it. So it's called the paddleboarding meditation. And we can do this virtually or we can do this in person. If you are in the Washington State area, JBLM preferably, that area, then please reach out to me. We can meet in person. What we do first in these sessions are we set your intentions for the meditation first. We want to know, why are you here? What is it that you need to get out of your chest? Or what is it that you would like to move forward with? Or what is it that you just want to heal from? Okay. And then we go out into the water because not everyone's intention is the same. So we want to hear from you. This is a one-on-one, one-on-two, I should say, because of my partner um, experience. And it can also be done in a group. I'm not limiting that idea, but it's very effective and it's very powerful. And you just leave feeling so at peace with yourself and that you have answers. And that's the important part. Okay. And then the virtual experience is where I would meet with you or pre record after I've listened to your intentions and just recorded a meditation where you can go out into the water on your own and just experience calm and peace and healing, alertness, aliveness in a way that you have not felt in a very, very long time. I want this for you because you work hard, you mommy hard, you daddy hard, you do the things, you fight for our country, you are you, and you deserve a small gift. Okay. So I want to be able to offer this for you. Message me so we can get some details going and share this podcast with those who are in Oklahoma. That way they can experience what Giulia and Noel have to offer. Thank you so much. I hope you have a great rest of your week, and I will talk to you next week.